Okay, last video we're gonna watch with Curated for today. Let's watch the QST 106. This is from 2021, but it's the same ski. I haven't skied on the QST 106 yet. I bought them. I've been skiing on the QST 98, so I don't know. I'll give them a little more leeway since I've skied on like a slightly different ski, but I don't know. Like, yeah, maybe I'll give them kind of the benefit of the doubt on this one. Okay, let's see.
Hi, my name's Thomas Ferrari and I'm testing the Salomon QST.
Already. That was like their big shot. Like, you know, because I edit these videos and like, it's like, oh, you want to open with a cool ski shot. Like that little bit of snow. That was the opener.
I'm not being sponsored by any.
I know you're not being sponsored, Thomas.
This is the Salomon QST 106. It's the widest of the QST line, and that means it's more of a powder-oriented ski. I think what Salomon says about this ski is pretty spot on. It's definitely a ski that if you need like a one ski quiver for any sort of western mountain, this is not necessarily going to.
One ski quiver. This is like the opposite problem we had with the other review. Okay, I would not do a 106 for a one ski quiver. You want to ski on a 106 year round? Okay, and it looks like he's in like Michigan or East Coast. I mean, I guess I can't tell, but like that mountain looks pretty small. Okay, this is the opposite problem we had with the other one. This is a West Coast skier or an East Coast skier saying what they think about a West Coast ski. Okay, and I'm somebody who grew up on the East Coast who has lived in the West Coast for 15 years. So I've done my time. I've done my time in the East Coast. I've worn the shackles for 18 years, okay? West Coast skiers don't all need powder skis 24/7. We don't have powder all the time. In fact, like if I was gonna pick a one ski quiver, it'd probably be under 100 meters. Anywhere from 99 to 88 is probably perfect. But a one ski quiver with a 106, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Best groomer ski, nor the best.
It's not the best groomer ski, no.
But it's gonna do both.
And the West Coast has groomers,
So
believe it or not. It's softer, but there's groomers.
It's got a little bit more rocker in the tip than the tail, so it's definitely a directional ski. And this rocker in the tip is definitely gonna help.
It's a directional ski, okay, good.
With that float in soft snow, and then the camber underfoot is gonna give you that edge hold in the firm snow. This
Okay.
is not exactly the kind of ski that I would find myself on. I like to ski in more of a neutral stance with a ski that's a little bit more center mounted. And this is definitely something that's more directional and you really have to drive the tips. This is a ski that's going to be really good for any sort of like western skier, definitely a more advanced skier, and someone that is looking to spend a lot of their time off the groomed runs and getting after that soft snow. This ski is not for...
Okay, he got that part right, but he's talking about skiing soft snow in the powder, and then he shows himself on the moguls. What? You want to show a powder ski? Put it in the powder. What? Okay, this is a powder ski. Skis really well in the powder. Cut to moguls. Moguls aren't powder. I feel like I'm losing my mind. This is an East Coast person for sure. This is like, if there's a little bit of dusting on the moguls because no one's been on it yet, you'd be like, I skied powder today. That's like, that's the thing that's been the most shocking coming out to the West. In the East Coast, if you have like 5 inches of snow, you like call out sick to work. It's like a powder day, right? It's a big event. It happens twice a year maybe. On the West Coast, I was talking to my father-in-law and he said, oh, there was only a foot of snow today, so I don't know if it was worth going up. It's like, it's such different, like it's different planets completely. But this guy is definitely an East Coast guy talking about the West Coast, I can tell, because he's like, yeah, check out this powder. And it's like, they're not made for moguls. I mean, it's fine. It's good, I guess, to know, but like, take them in some real powder. Because like, really that shape is meant to float on top and then still be able to give you a good like carving feeling without sinking to the bottom. You're just showing moguls, that's not helpful.
Someone that's going to be exclusively skiing groomers or someone that's going to be skiing very firm snow.
You can ski, you can ski groomers on them. It just wouldn't, it'll hurt your legs doing it all the time, but.
Well, these skis are ideal for some people. They're definitely not the exact ski that everyone wants. So shoot me a message on...
They're not the exact ski everyone wants. You said nothing. Shoot me a message on my curated.com profile. Nice. Okay. A little self-plug within the plug. Some plugception. Don't Google that.
.com profile, and I can definitely walk you through and ask you a lot of questions to figure out what's best for you. If you try...
Dude, I don't even...
These skis, Let me know how they felt. I'd love to hear from you.
Walk me through. I saw your skiing. You literally just like stand in the middle and bop around. You let the skis go. You're not, dude, the only thing I want you to walk me through is like, walk me through the lodge so I can leave, because this is awful. I'm gonna rewatch the skiing. He's not skiing, he's hopping. I mean, you're skiing the moguls, but let me see what they carve like. Let me see you carve, if you can carve. I feel like I'm losing my mind, Thomas. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Thomas, please. Let me see you ski on them. You said they don't ski well on groomers. What does that look like? Okay, Thomas is like not the worst offender here, but he definitely looks like he just like, I don't know. They found him in the parking lot. And he has goggles on, right? So they're like, my man, today we're gonna make you a star. I don't know, not a star, but God. But like, okay, just because something is wide doesn't mean it's always a West Coast ski either. Or just because it's wide doesn't mean it doesn't carve. You showed me that you just don't know how to carve. Like, you can carve on the Salomon QSTs. Is it perfect for that? No, but the carving isn't completely dependent on the width. The width just enables you to go into different scenarios. So like, I'm on the West Coast. I like a good 88 Ti carving ski, but I also know that on certain days of the year, like the big powder days, I want to be able to stay afloat on top of it. So it's like, doesn't mean that all West Coast people are always just skiing the powder. And same for East Coast people. They're not always just skiing on ice. It's like, there's a little bit of play in between, but it's like the majority of East Coast is ice. So like for the majority of days, the ski is useful. But there's so much more to skiing than just the width. Like, you're missing out on the turn shape, turn initiation. And because, no offense to Thomas, but he says he's an expert, but he's not carving. So, you know, that's the big problem with these curated videos. So maybe I've been too mean. I really don't like judging people skiing, because it's like, whatever gets you out there. I'm a bad mountain biker, but I like going out there, so who cares? But these people are passing themselves off as experts, and they're making money off of your purchases. And it's like, I would not send anyone I care about to here, to this website or to any of these people, because I haven't seen any good carving. There's a couple guys, there's like one guy with a red hat I saw in one of the comp videos where I'm like, that guy probably knows what he's doing. He looks like a decent park skier. But for the rest of this stuff, it's like, you try to make like ski fitting into an algorithm, and this is what happens. It's like, you just have people reading off of a slide. They're not actually carving on it, so they don't know what they're talking about. They're just kind of reading off of the manufacturer's script. And it's like, you get people, I don't know, the wires got crossed somewhere. I curated, I can't fix this for you, but what is this? Who are these people? This is the problem with ski reviews right now, as I see it. Okay, you got people like Ted Ligety or Bodie Miller, where they are sponsored, so they're gonna tell you whatever, like, the highest bidder, right? Because that's how they make money, and I got no problem with that, right? I saw Bodie Miller promote bomber skis. I've seen him on like Scarpa flyers when I went to France. Okay, those people are just going to sell you whoever's paying them. That makes sense. So you get the really like top elite level skiers, they're not going to give you an honest answer. But on the other hand, these people like Curated, where they're not even carving, what are they going to tell me? Hey! That's when you start talking about like top sheets and you start reading off the slides of what the manufacturer tells you. If you're gonna go on the internet and say, hey, I'm an expert, then you better be able to at least carve. You better be able to at least like link two turns together. I don't like seeing all of I'm West Coast skiers talking about the East Coast and vice versa, because it's like really wrong and really misinformed. So anyway, I need to go like take a bath, an ice bath maybe or something, because this was brutal. This is brutal to watch. No ill will towards these people specifically. You're just trying to make some extra money, and it's like, hey, I'd recommend skis to my friends, but I wouldn't go through Curated. Like, if you have a question, I don't know, write me a comment. I'll answer it for you. No problem. I'll tell you what I think. I called like two friends this week and told them, they said they were buying skis, and I said, okay, like, here's my review of these skis. So if you have a friend, like, feel free to share. But I'm just out here because I don't want people to waste their money. There's so many skis out there, and you ride up the ski lift, and every time I ride up the ski lift, I ask people, how did you find your skis? Oh, I don't know, I just kind of tried them and I hate them. or like I didn't try them and I hate them, or I got them online and I'm gonna get something different. So hopefully these videos help you guys. I like skiing. I like feeling the difference and kind of the minute differences in skis, and that's why I make these videos. But Curated, this was rough. This was rough.
This is definitely something that...
Anyway, I'm gonna put this away. I need like a cleanser or something. Okay, next, let's look at like some good deals. Why don't I show you guys what I sent my friends? A couple of my friends reached out looking for skis, and okay, let's like make suggestions for them. Okay, this is like, you know, when you're like broke but you want to like shop for other people. That's what we're doing right now. Join me in this journey as we shop for my friend Josh. Josh, we're gonna find your skis right now. Okay. Josh is the most frustrating person you've ever skied with because he's just really good. Like, he gets really good really quickly. Okay. So for him, we're gonna put you on the worst ski possible. We need to slow you down. You're too fast, man. Now Josh is an interesting skier because he's like a very small guy. Like, just like, he's not heavy. He's very athletic. You know, not super tall. And he was telling me he skis on longer skis than I do. Josh, gosh. Like, we used to race on Blizzard skis. He was sponsored when they like first came back to ski racing, and those were pretty thick skis. That was like, for those of you who ski raced in the dinosaur era when I did, they'd be like a Rossignol or a Dynastar, kind of like a stiffer ski. So Josh, for you probably only need a 172 if we're playing it by the graph. But I know you've got like your ego tied to it, so you could probably do a 180. I don't know why you need to do that, but you know, you do you, boo-boo. Yeah, I would do right now if I'm looking at deals, yeah. Here's the problem. If you're working off of a budget, I usually recommend like ski swamps, things like that. The problem is that people pay full price in December. It's like when everyone buys their skis is like October to January, which is wild. So they paid full price and they want to get at least some of their money back. So now is actually like the best time to buy skis. It's like gonna be 100 degrees today, but yeah, that, you know. So in July, so Josh, I would put you in an Atomic Maverick 95 Ti. If it were me, I would do a 172. You don't need skis that long, but I know you're gonna want a 180, so Atomic Maverick 95 Ti, reluctantly in a 180. But this would be the best ski for you because you're skiing in Colorado, where there's some nice powder. This is going to be a perfect powder ski, and I know that you're a strong enough skier that you could do these on the groomers too, and probably look better than me, you smug. But yeah, Atomic Maverick 95 Ti 180 on Evo. These are $489. That is cheaper than I could find Vantages on Facebook Marketplace, which tells you something else. But yeah, normally I think these are like $700, $800 skis. So definitely $489 is a screaming deal. Yeah, Josh, you're a very aggressive skier. You like a stiff ski. I think the Atomic Maverick 95 Ti would be perfect. If you want to like really pin it and you're wanting to just shred groomers, go for an 88 if you feel like it. It's not a huge difference. But I know that like where you are now, there's more powder. Josh and I grew up on the East Coast, so he's in the West Coast now. If you want to really enjoy that, yeah, go for a 95. Treat yourself to a little extra width. And $489 is a good deal. And then, you know, go with some of those looks like the SLX that I use. Those are like 120 bucks on sale, but that's a good deal on Evo. So, you know, boots, you're on your own. That's between you and God. But for skis, yeah, get a 95 Ti. For Casey messaged me about skis. Now, Casey is also from the East Coast, but she's looking at skiing in California, and she wants something a little bit wider. So let's see what we can find for her. Probably what I would ski is a Salomon QST. She was between the Salomon QST or the Atomic. The problem with her is that she is like a very good skier, and so when she looks at the Atomic Mavens, she says they're too light, they're too flexy. So it's like you could totally go with a Maverick. I think you'd love it, but if you're like if you're kind of done with that life and you want to just have something that's going to be fun to ski on the powder, yeah, get yourself, I would get a Salomon QST anywhere, honestly, a Salomon QST 92 to 106 you'll be happy with. Probably I would do like a 92 or 98 just for a daily driver, because you don't want to be like just banging on your, like, I don't know, like you don't want to be hurting your hips that much all the time. So, you know, you can kind of make that decision on what conditions you think you're going to be in. But I think if you went with like a Salomon QST 98, you'd be really happy. Like, they are kind of wide, but they don't feel that wide. And especially that shape makes it so that they carve really well, despite that extra width. So, yeah, Casey, for you, I would totally go with a Salomon QST 98. You don't need to get the women's version. I don't know. You're a very good skier. You're a very, like, strong skier growing up on the East Coast. You know how to flex a ski. You don't need that extra softness. You can if you want to, but I don't know. It's not necessary. So, up to you. So, yeah. Okay, well, now that was easier than me calling you guys on the phone and making recommendations. You can watch this and rewatch it. If any of my viewers want help, I'm happy to help you. I am not like Curated. I'm not going to take a cut. In fact, Darren, you left a comment on the last video. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, as far as skis go, if you want to wait and try stuff out, totally. I don't make any money from you buying skis. I don't. Do what's right for you. I will say that, like, if you think you have enough information to buy skis now, it's definitely cheaper than waiting. You could try them and then wait a full another year. So I don't know what your timeline looks like. The only thing I would say is now skis are definitely cheaper. You know, you can buy skis, like I just said, for $480, like when they're normally $600 to $700. So definitely take that into consideration. But if you want to try them, go for it. There's no rush for me. I'm not a ski salesman anymore. I don't care. Take your time. Do whatever's right for you. And yeah, everyone who's watched all of this, thank you everyone so much for watching my content. If you like it, please like and subscribe. You know, ring the bell if you want to get notifications, if you want to see these videos. I love making this stuff and love engaging with everybody in the comments. So leave me a comment on something you'd like me to review. If you find another wild video, I'll, you know, take a couple tums and react. But yeah, thanks so much everybody for watching. I really love doing this. This is fun. So hope you're all well. Hope you're all, you know, able to wait for the snow coming. And yeah, thanks for watching.